The Ottomans would steal Christian babies and forcibly convert them into Islam. Such a bad practice it was. Well, that's not true, actually, because what the Ottomans did, which is called devshirme, is that the Ottomans took levy from different villages and communities in which they took children, and they compensated the parents for taking those children, and neither were their babies. Most of the children were around 8 to 13 years of age. And what the Ottomans did was that they inscripted them into the army, and they raised them in the Ottoman bureaucracy, and they trained them to be noble soldiers and fighters and administrations for the Sultan personally. And most of the parents were more than happy to be part of this arrangement because it offered their children to be part of high Ottoman society. Some of them became grand viziers, some of them led janissary corps, and it was a highly prestigious position to be in. In terms of the claim of the Ottomans forcibly converting Christian children, the claim is quite absurd, because how can a child be part of an organized religion to begin with? Are we now to suppose that Christian children are born with the belief that the Trinity is true and that Jesus died for their sins? Similarly, are we to believe that Jewish children are born with Jewish beliefs, or Buddhist children are born with Buddhist beliefs? Such a proposition is preposterous. The Ottomans simply raised them as Muslims, and if the Ottomans had left them, they would then later be raised as Christians, becoming Christians much later in their age. For a child does not belong to an organized religion. A child at maximum is part of a primordial truth, as the Muslims say, a fitra, but he does not conform, or he does not believe in a religion by being born to the adherents of said religion in his community. And so, even though one might pose some contentions against the Ottomans' practice, but it is not really any different than modern conscription, not any different than obligatory modern military training. After all, one can argue that at least the Ottomans were far more forgiving towards the children, and they only took from certain villages, and they offered a far better deal than modern obligation of military service.